it's a huge week for the footy club. How's the sense of things ahead of Wednesday night?
Yeah, it's a really exciting week. We've got some high picks, so going to have some access to some high-end talent, which we're really excited about, and excited about the pool of players that are up the top.
Let's start with 5 and 6 because we've just had Richmond on the show, we've had West Coast on the show. Not giving too much away, but what's your sense on who is going to be maybe gone or potentially available?
Yeah, it's still a little bit of an unknown. Obviously, we're trying to predict the best we can, but there's some uncertainty. So really all we can work with is just ranking our players and seeing what sort of comes through. But yeah, it's quite an even group, and we feel like we're going to have some access to some really good talent.
How many names have you got in that mix now? I mean, how far can you actually whittle it down?
Taking out the academy boys.
Yeah, there's still around 5 to 6 that we see in that top end of the pool. So yeah, the exciting thing is there's a lot of different types as well. So yeah, you might be able to get a good mix, but the good thing about a lot of the young boys coming through these days is they're versatile. They play in numerous positions across the course of the year. So a lot of them bring that flexibility, but yeah, there's some good talent.
So Sullivan, Roby and Xavier Taylor were at the club on Friday with Lockie Doverston as well, spotted on the balcony there. What's the process in getting him there a week out from the draft, and are those two, particularly with 5 and 6 in the mix?
Yeah, we interview the boys during the year. We try and get out to their homes as much as we can. But yeah, we like to spend as much time with them as we can to get to know them. So it was a good opportunity to get them into the club and watch a bit of training. And Sully's he's a big Essendon fan, so it was great to show them through. But yeah, we have plenty of players sort of come through late and have a look around and show them the facilities and yeah, spend some more time with them.
Are you confident you can have pick 9 as well?
It's still a bit to work through. Yeah, we've been trying to get up the order as much as we can. So there's still a bit to play out in terms of where our picks will actually land. And then, yeah, the exciting part about that is if you do get up, you've got the flexibility on the night as well. So we'll remain open to all our picks and opportunities that might come. But yeah, our intention has always been let's get as high as possible and get as much access to the high-end talent as we can.
Are you comfortable moving 21, 27 and 30 to get up to 9? Is that what it would look like?
We'll still need to work through exactly how it would look if we go down that path. But yeah, we're open to moving those picks, but we also think there's going to be good players through that part of the draft as well.
So Dyson Sharp, Sam Cumming, Jacob Farrow, all non-Victorian players. Are those three in considerations as well for the early picks?
Yeah, we see them at the pointy end. Yeah, there's no doubt they're in the mix for the top 10, 15 picks. And they're all really good players in their own right and had really good seasons.
Do you have to look at midfield particularly? Like obviously a few of the list changes over the last couple of weeks have seen some of the midfield depth taken out of the club. Will Settersfield's delisted, possibly opportunity in pre-season, but Ben Hobbs got delisted. Dylan Shield left the footy club as well. Is that a target area?
Oh, it's certainly a consideration. We spend a lot of time on our own list as well, and we feel like we've got real flexibility on our current list, guys that have been playing in different positions that can step into the midfield as well. And we probably saw a lot of that through injury last year, that guys went in there and really performed at a reasonable level. So another big summer into some of our young guys on our current list that have that flexibility. Yeah, will provide us a bit of depth through there, but yeah, there's no doubt that's a consideration for us.
When you've got 5 and 6 together, potentially 9 a little bit later as well, I mean, how much do you have to complement with those picks, or is it just too early for that? Do you just try and get the best player available? Like, do you look at the mix you add with multiple picks in that region?
Yeah, our philosophy has always been, pick the high-end talent, so we'll rank the players on the board in terms of where we see the talent, but there's no doubt if there's some line ball calls where you feel the talent's quite similar, then you might lean towards the role-specific types. But yeah, fundamentally we'll just look at who we think are going to be the best long-term players for the football club, and hopefully there's some guys that can come in and have an impact in the short term and also the long term.
Where does it sit for Adam Swade and Hussein Alashkar as NGA prospects? Small forward Hussein and also Swade's been more in the midfield at different stages this year for the Cannons and Vic Metro, but where does it sit for them in terms of the bidding process?
Yeah, well, both boys have had fantastic years, and we're really proud of what they've been able to achieve, and we're really proud of our program that we've set up, led by Marty Allison. He works really hard on on developing the whole group in terms of teaching them elite habits to set them up, whether it's AFL or whether it's going back to their local community clubs or VFL. So we feel like we've set up a really good program, but we've been really open with both boys that there's no guarantees. We like them as players, but the complex and unpredictable nature of the draft, they're aware of that. So we'll need to see where it will land. They're both pretty keen to be Bombers players, and we'd love to have them, but we just need to work through where it sits.
If you do compress those picks in the 20s and 30 selection into 9, do you expect to get a pick back later in terms of potential swayed bid match?
Yeah, we'll continue to work through the different mechanics of ways that you can get picks if that's the way we go.
Yep.
So as we know, there's options of futures that can be involved and things like that if we decide we want to be in that position.
It feels like it's an important draft for the football club with 5 and 6, and as we keep mentioning, potentially 9 as well. Does it feel that way internally as well?
Oh, I think every draft is important. So we value every pick we make, whether it's in the top 10 or whether it's out the back. We need to make sure we put the same time and energy into every pick and every player that we bring into the club.
I'm interested, and you would know the numbers better than me because there's a lot of picks that go back and forth and all the rest, but the Demons trade last year opened up a lot of doors for you. To end up with your pick 6 this year, you got Isaac Kako out of it, plus a whole other stack of things. Have you reflected on that move and what that's actually meant for the other selections too? And maybe potentially, I haven't quite worked it out, but that pick 20's odd that could be involved in getting pick 9 as well come into things too. Like that trade with the Demons has become a real win-win for both clubs.
Yeah, it has, and I think the Demons would walk away really happy as well, being able to select a quality player. But there's no doubt it's set us up really well for this year. And whether it was going to be pick 6 or pick 15, we still felt like that was a really good deal for us. It gave us great flexibility in last year's draft as well. We were able to acquire enough points for Isaac, and then we had real faith in last year's crop that it was going to go deep. So we were able to also, we feel like we've selected some quality players late in the draft last year as well.
I think you were in one of the photos standing next to Sully and Xavier Taylor last week on the balcony watching along. But what's the sense of the first couple of weeks of training been? And some of those younger boys, have you seen them come back in improved shape, times and body size? Yeah,
it's great to see those guys in their first and second years. They can really take some big leaps over the course of the summer, and that's what we've seen. You can see their bodies filling out. I think the addition of Matty Innes running our S&C program, it just brings a freshness to what they're doing, different drills, different philosophy and a different program. So I think that's brought about real energy, and we have got a large group of young guys in their first and second years, and they're always energetic, and I think that helps the older boys as well. And we saw Zach Merritt back at the club on Friday as well into training. How's the dust settled there? Yeah, it was great to see him running around again, and he looks really fit, and as we expect, he's dominating training and performing really well. So all the boys were rapt to have him back, and it was great to see him in such good nick.
It's going to be a big year for you next year as well. We always look ahead on this show, and it's clearly going to be a big year next year as well. There's already been links to Zach Bailey and Josh Weddle in amongst that. How aggressive do you want to be across the next 12 months in that space?
Yeah, well, it's a really important piece of putting a list together is bringing in mature talent. We'll always target A-grade talent, and then those role specifics, which we feel like we've been able to do with Braden Fiorini this year, bringing in a player that knows what it takes and can play consistent AFL footy and is a great character as well. So we've already seen the impact. He's back training early with the younger boys and the impact he's having with them and leadership. So we will look to be aggressive, and hopefully we can capitalise on some opportunities. Just more specifically on that Weddle offer, like that's a significant offer, $10 million or so, 7+ years, as we've reported on this show at this desk. You must rate him as a player. Oh, well, I won't go into the specifics of offering players contracts, but in terms of Josh, he's a fantastic player that looks like he's got a really high ceiling, so no doubt there's plenty of interest across the competition for a player like Josh. One last one on the pick manoeuvring. Do you go for one or two? Do you make one last crack? We had Matt here. We had Matt here say there's been discussions without any offers. So putting you into that boat of discussions without the offers, does an offer come? We're still open to it, yeah. So, West Coast are aware and Richmond are aware that we've been open to moving up. So, yeah, those discussions could take place over the next couple of days.
Can I also ask? I asked one about 2026, but 2027 as well, because the
What's
Buick
going on
name
there?
has been synonymous with the football club for quite some time. How early do you start with these guys? Because clearly he's already exciting a lot of Essendon fans out there. I mean, how early does the work start for you with a guy like that?
Yeah, he's an exciting talent. He's an exciting talent, and that's with the program that we feel that we've set up for our father sons and our NGA. It's great that we get to have some early access to these guys, and again assist them with habits and get them AFL ready. But yeah, he's an exciting prospect.
Hey Matt, thanks for coming on the show. For that, as you're a two-timer, you already got a shirt somewhere tucked away. I'm sure you're wearing on draft night. There's now your mug. We appreciate it. And in the ad break, I'm going to get you to sign your photo downstairs. I forgot to get it. It's down there somewhere.
No worries.
Good to see you and good luck on Wednesday night.
Thanks for having me.
Good
Appreciate
luck,
it.
Matty.